to it. We welcome you to the ProView Studios. Hello, everyone. This is the ProView Rundown, and we're ready to rock and roll as the 2018-19 high school season about to get going. I'm your host, Adam Diehl, and let's throw it right. I mean, that's the crew in the zoo that you're going to look at. Bang! The guys that get it done. Starting from the left, your man, Jason Southwest Pole, Ball So Hard University, Alden Iowani, and Josh Bear Trap Brown. Guys, come on, are you ready? I'm pumped, I'm excited. It's a Monday, you know it's kickoff week here at ProView Networks.
Oh yeah, we've been ready to go since the season ended last year. Been working really hard in the office this summer, but it's just another year and we're ready to grind.
All right, and that's our man Jesus on the far left. He's interning a little bit. He's trying to find out what's going on here at ProView Networks. We'll find out if he makes it. A little wave to his mom. That's good. Guys, look. We got all kinds of cool stuff coming. We would like to welcome everybody who's watching also on Facebook Live. That's new, so we'll have that for you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you'll have a live rundown right here from the ProView Studios and also on ProView Sports Network Comcast 26. Now, if you want to see our schedule, you want to see all the games that we're doing every week and all of our shows and re-airs of our shows, if you would like, you can go to our website, www.proviewNetworks.com. We're going to take a look here in just a minute about shows. Do we have shows yet, Jason?
No, not yet.
Josh isn't doing his job. You know, Josh, Bear Trap Brown, where is he? Is he over there? I mean, are you doing your job? Are you doing your job?
I'm working right now, diligently.
Okay. I just did call you out. I guess.
The talent comes in with these last-minute requests.
Whatever. I guess we're supposed to start off with all the shows that we're doing this week. I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But guys, why don't we start out with our matchups this week, and we'll start out with Thursday night as kickoff starts and right here on ProView Sports Network and streaming live on the NFHS Network. You can watch the Cibola Cougars take on the Sandia Matadors. Now, this game's going to be at Wilson Stadium, and Alden Iowani, correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll have a special rundown before the game to really break down all of our matchups, won't we?
Oh yeah, we're going to hop right into it with a nice little pregame to get us ready for the season. Cibola versus Sandia. We'll see how my Cougars do in the first week, but yeah, we'll have a rundown special right before the game at 6:30 on Thursday.
Now, Mark is still looking really good. I visited the Cibola Cougar practice in our two-a-day coverage. In fact, we'll show you that two-a-day coverage a little bit later here in the ProView Rundown. I think it's a really interesting Week 1 matchup, especially since Sandia is returning all of these sophomores that have grown up to juniors and seniors now and should be a much improved Matador team under Coach Barker. We also have two-a-day coverage from there that we'll show you a little bit later here on the Rundown. Also Thursday night, this is the battle of, let's just call it what it is, the terrible. These two teams have not been predominant, obviously, in the last decade. Rio Grande, the Ravens, going to take on the Highland Hornets. Now, guys, Highland is trying to get this W because if Rio Grande wins, they break a monster losing streak. 39-game losing streak. I think the record is 47 games set by Albuquerque High School. That was actually 4 years ago before they got their first win. You know, I guess it's the battle of can Rio Grande finally break that streak, you know?
Oh yeah, Adam, I was there. That was actually one of the very first games I directed, Albuquerque High versus Del Norte back in the day. Yeah, this game should be really fun. I'm looking for both sides to start off the season right and get that win column, especially for Rio Grande. They've been struggling to get that win. Let's give a victory to the Rio Grande Ravens. Like, they deserve it. Let's get it.
Is that what you want? I mean, that's what you're calling?
That's what I want, but I don't know when pick'ems come out.
Well, okay, we're not going to give our pick'ems away yet.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll have that out for you on Wednesday, and we'll get all of our picks. And, of course, if you don't know by now here on the ProView Rundown, myself and the entire crew, we always go through our picks weekly, and then we tally it up at the end of the year and find out who wins. Unfortunately for myself and everybody else on this crew, we hate Alden Iowani because he's a back-to-back champ, and that's why he has a silly sombrero on. That is the winner's sombrero that he's wearing right now. Jason, are you going to steal that sombrero from him one time? I mean, come on.
No, that's my boy. I mean, you support him. You don't clip your friend's wings. You let them fly. Just let them fly like my Eagles are about to do on Friday with them West Mesa Mustangs.
What a good segue into what is our Friday matchups for you here on ProView Sports Network and, of course, in the metro area. We've got some nice ones. West Mesa, our boy Josh Brown thinks West Mesa much improved and should have a team this year if they stay healthy. We're going to find out because I'm telling you what, we visited this El Dorado team, and this Eagle team maybe has the best quarterback in the state returning in Matt Smith. He looks really good. El Dorado, I think, in general looks really good this year and is going to have a chance at the Blue, my opinion. So this game will be live on ProView Sports Network, Comcast 26. So it'll be streaming on the NFHS Network. And by the way, all the games that we do all year round, you could see on the NFHS Network if you don't have ProView Sports Network streaming. Get your pass today from ProviewNetworks.com. Go there now. You can get a monthly pass for $9.99. You can get a daily pass for $9.99, a monthly pass for $14.99, and you can get an annual pass for $40. Go to ProView Networks and get it, and you can watch all the games, including state championships. So here's that matchup, and then we've got an interesting one. The Valley Vikings, they have downshifted guys. They are now 5A, and Judge Chavez, it's his third year as head coach. The Vikings, I think, look much better as well. And on the other end, Albuquerque High School, they've gone independent. Can't even make the state playoffs this year. They're independent. They are still 6A, but they are not in a district. And so kind of maybe transition for Albuquerque High School. We'll see. That'll be at Milne Stadium, streamed live on the NFHS Network. And then, of course, again, ProView Networks with a big deal with My50 TV. It'll be the My50 TV Game of the Week, brought to you by ProView Networks from Wilson Stadium, where two top 10 teams will meet. It's the Volcano Vista Hawks going to La Cueva High School, going to Wilson Stadium against La Cueva, the state runners-up from last year. Very interesting matchup. Again, it's on My50 TV Live. It's statewide, no matter what platform you've got, Dish Network, Comcast, DirecTV. You just have rabbit ears. You can get it, and it's streamed also on the NFHS Network. So, though that's your Friday matchups. Guys, how about this? A little early matchup in the 5A. We've got, Josh Brown and Sebastian Noel alum, Del Norte taking on the Belen Eagles, the state runners-up in 5A. So we've got that in front of us.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I wouldn't have too much enthusiasm if I was
what does Josh have to say?
Brown and Sebastian Noel. But
give Josh the mic, because he's a proud Del Norte Knight alum.
We got out to 2 days. Coach Binkley out there, he really likes his quarterback. Has a gun on him. He can hurl the ball. It'll just be can their receivers make the plays.
That's not what I want to know. That's not what I want to know. Give us a sneak peek. Are you gonna take your Knights in the pick'ems? No, you're not.
Week 1, you gotta have faith. Gotta have faith in your alma mater. Let's go. Fight on.
All right.
Fight on.
I'll bet you he doesn't take them. We're going to find out, but we got that for you at 1 o'clock. That one's streaming live on the NFHS Network. And then I think a really interesting matchup because everyone wants to know where these two teams are going to be. Two playoff teams from last year. Mayfield has really struggled the last few years since they went to the state championship against Rio Rancho 3 years back. But I don't know, man. Mayfield's a different team. Centennial's kind of taken a lot of talent. And then at Trisco, nobody really knows what to expect from them. So this is from Community Stadium. It'll be live here on ProView Sports Network, Comcast 26, and on the NFHS Network. That one's interesting. I don't know. Mayfield, guys, Las Cruces, they're a little bit down, right, in general. Am I wrong?
No, you're definitely right. I feel like the building of Centennial was definitely a shakeup for Las Cruces and Mayfield. They're still getting used to it, but I see them returning back to their former glory. But this is an interesting game. Atrisco versus Mayfield. They're both kind of we all kind of have questions about them. Let's see how they both perform.
I think there's a lot of week 1 matchups. We'll get into some other ones that ProView Networks isn't covering as well. We've got a top 10 poll, our first one preseason for ProView Networks, coming up here in just a moment from our beautiful new studio set. Some new graphics, everything brand new and better for you here in the 2018-19 season. Back in a moment on the Rundown. ProView Network crew, assemble!
good. Reverse.
High school sports are back live on ProView Sports Network.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
The Barley Room, a proud sponsor of ProView Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
I love the intro. How about the juggling from Josh Bear Trap Brown? It's beautiful. You can't, I mean, come on, that is talent. That's skill. We're going to have some shows for you, what's up here on ProView Sports Network, so you know exactly what our schedule looks like. You could also go to www.proviewNetworks.com and check it out. All of our matchups as well that we just went over for football season are there. Now, we remind you, next week, soccer season and volleyball season also gets kicked off here on ProView Sports Network, so that's all something to look forward to. Now, we're going to get to two-a-day coverage here in just a second. We got a couple comments from some of the staff on Facebook, and we welcome you. If you're watching or you want to send in a question or you want to comment and you want a little shout out on air, go ahead and reach us at Facebook. It's on our ProView Network page as we're live along with this rundown on ProView Sports Network here on Comcast 26. And so Sebastian Noel, guys, he's an alum of Del Norte. He says 50-0 Belin's going to win that matchup. Diego Casillas, he rushed for 2,700 last year. He's getting a lot of looks next level. He's a beast, there's no doubt. But Belin did lose a lot, so I don't know. 50-0? I don't know. Come on.
Dang, he just put Josh Brown right underneath that bus right there by that prediction, bro. Like, you're an alum, bro. Come on, man.
Josh is having a tough opening rundown, isn't he? Like this isn't going well for him so far.
It's a progress. It's it's the Chargers curse. Third quarter. It's the third quarter right now.
All right. So we were able to catch up with most of the teams in the metro area for two-a-day coverage, and since our very first matchup on television is Sandia and Cibola, let's take a look at both of them. We'll start with the Cougars. They look a little bit better. They look a little bit more disciplined this year. Two-a-day coverage continues here on ProView Sports Network from Cibola High School. Now, the Cougars last year went 2-8, but a culture change, a ton of energy, and a second-year starter at quarterback may be going to change things going into this regular season.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're hyped up. The energy is good. We're ready to go. This group, the culture is really good, and these guys are fired up, and they're ready to get to the season. But this is the first step, and, we've had a long process this offseason, and they know this is part of the process, and I like what I'm seeing from them with the energy, and that's really what we're preaching right now is just have some energy, and let's get after this thing. Yeah, we've kind of told them that that's the one thing we need to work on. At times in the past, we've been a little low on energy, and, energy can make a lot of things happen. You'd be having a bad day, and, one or two guys get energy, and then everybody's got energy, and it becomes contagious. And so really that's what we're preaching this morning. We want to get that energy up and play hard, and in every drill you do, everything you're doing, we just want a lot of energy from our seniors leading the rest of the group.
Now it's apparent the energy and the culture has changed here at Cibola. Now the Cougars going to get their first test to start the season. It's our opener here on ProView Networks against Sandia on Thursday night. Reporting from Cibola High School, Adam Diehl, ProView Networks. Now all we got to do is get Steven Bitzer a shirt. Like, put a shirt on, man, right? I mean, come on, guys. All right. But Cibola, I think they look impressive. They impressive, and they got a new quarterback, or not a new quarterback, a returning quarterback that looks sharper, 1 year sharper with Marcus Diehl. So we'll see how he does. And of course, their opponent, they're 1 year older, a bunch of sophomores growing up a little bit. Here's Kevin Barker and the Sandia Matadors.
Two-a-day coverage continues here at Sandia High School. The Matadors have a lot to look forward to this season, but it's a tough district, a district that always seems to go in cycles. We talked to Kevin Barker about that. His team's still very young, but they got a lot of reps at the varsity level last year. Some people seem to think that they're a year away. Coach Barker wants to speed that process up a little bit. And then we talked to Deontay Bernard. He's going to have to be a standout on both sides of the ball, not only in the secondary, but he's going to have to haul it in. He's going to lead this receiving corps and probably have to lead the team. We talked to him about his leadership and his growth.
It's the most important thing for us because we want to get the young guys in it too, so the older guys for us helps the young guys out and helps us improve. We want to really focus on the young guys too to get them up because we know the older guys already have it, so we want the young guys to get in it too to have a fuller team. I'm just trying to really make as many plays as I can while being a leader at the same time. Like you said, I want to help the team out as much as I can. Lead by example rather than talking about it. I want to show up and show the guys what to do instead of just talking about it.
You know, we feel really good about the guys that we have coming back. We did start 8 sophomores last year, and those kids have gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in the offseason. Still an extremely tough district. I mean, our district's probably El Dorado, La Cueva right there, and then defending state champs Manzano and Clovis, and we hope to be in the mix. He has to be a playmaker on both sides of the ball. He does very well at wide receiver, runs great routes. He's a leader on and off the field. In the secondary, though, he's been pretty special. He had 5 interceptions last year. We expect him to be a heck of a cover guy as well as coming up on the run. Well, we hope we speed up that process. I don't like to be 1 year away on day one, but we're hopefully have to mature as we go through the pre-district. Our pre-district's extremely tough. Stay healthy as we get into district, and hopefully we'll be able to take care of some teams in district.
The Matadors look to get it started against Cibola in week 1. From Sandia High School, Sebastian Noel for ProView Networks 2 days.
Well, there you go, Sebastian Noel, Josh Brown. They went over to Sandia and able to talk to Coach Barker and company. Young, but going to be much more improved. Going to be an interesting year. Actually, I find it a very fascinating matchup, that first one between Cibola and Sandia. We'll show you other two-a-day coverage throughout the rundown this week as well as we get ready for all of these matchups to kick off. We got a show schedule for you now here on ProView Networks, and this is what you could expect this week. The crew and myself, the rundown, we've got it for you. We've got Local Focus with Sebastian Noel. He's got David Cormier. You can see that tonight at 10 p.m. Steve Davis Show. That'll be Wednesday live, 9 a.m., and then repeat at 9 p.m. The Sports Desk is at 9:30 and 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. The Red Menace, you could watch that with Leroy Lucero, 9:30. That one on Wednesday. The Sports Desk is on Tuesday, and all of these shows on ProView Networks, of course. The New Mexico Motorsports, that's at 5 p.m. Friday. You could watch the first air of that as well. And then Tripp's Corner, our man Richard Tripp getting something going with Dana Childs. You could watch the first airing of Tripp's Corner. That'll be, what is that, Alden?
It's Thursday. It's Thursday at 5:30. Thursday at 5:30. Tripp's Corner.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So all of these shows picking up here on ProView Networks as we start for the season. It's going to be great. JB, hop on that mic. I feel like you owe our audience an apology for how you've started this Monday.
I believe you owe the crew an apology. You of all know people that last-minute things don't happen like that. Hey, you got the logos up there. We didn't even have that for Tripp's Corner yet, but it's going to be an awesome week of shows. Football's kicking back off, so I apologize.
There, that's what I wanted to hear.
For Adam's laziness and sloppiness, for getting us that request late. So I apologize for.
Oh, you're gonna try to throw me under the bus.
That's the way it's going these days, apparently.
It's the last airtime that he's gonna get. When we return, we've got the top 10 poll for 6A football. We'll go over that with the crew and also a special player from last year already making noise in the next level. Who is it? Find out in just a moment here on the Rundown.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Locally loved restaurants like Farina Pizzeria, Farina Alto, and the Artichoke Cafe are the perfect venue for your next event. Farina Alto has traditional Italian food, plus handcrafted cocktails in a beautiful Northeast Heights location. Farina Pizzeria with a downtown vibe, amazing affordable wines, and local beer. And the Artichoke Cafe has set the standard for casual fine dining since 1989. Visit our family of restaurants and see what fine dining is all about.
I'm Troy Lassane, head coach of the USL New Mexico franchise, and you're watching ProView Sports.
Glad you could join us here on the Rundown. We are back for the 2018-19 season. I'm Adam Diehl, the crew and the zoo joining, of course, as they always do. And so, guys, we've got the top 10 poll, our first one that we've released here at ProView Networks. This is not to be mistaken with the Marty Watts top 10, which he just stole basically from us. So, yeah, you guys didn't hear about that? Just go to Facebook on Marty Watts, top 10 poll, and you'll see that he tried to rip off the ProView poll, even though he is a salesman here. That's another story. I know. It's ridiculous. We need to have like a Marty Watt meme segment, Jeez. Okay, so this could go either way. La Cueva, Cleveland is really, really good. I think El Dorado's good. I think Rio Rancho maybe flying under the radar a little bit. Guys, I just don't see many South teams cracking that top four. I really don't. Centennial returns a lot. I'll give them that. Las Cruces might have a couple of good skill position players. They have a lot to replace from last year, though they're probably Las Cruces will still be good. I'm not too sure. I want to see it first. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm north heavy. I'm all north heavy.
This first one we won't try to bust you too much over, but no, I'm just kidding. But the South teams,
lay it out there.
The South teams, they've kind of gone down a little bit in the past couple seasons, but I still see Cruces hanging in that top 10 for the whole season, maybe. Centennial, we'll see how they do. The past couple of years, they've been up and down. They've consecutively been in this top 10 for about a year now. So let's see if it's third or fourth season that the school's been open. So maybe this is the season that they turn heads and make a good run.
How's your El Dorado Eagles going to be, Jason? I mean, because to me they look really good.
From the two-a-days that you guys, Josh Brown just did, and Sebastian, I say they're strong. Dotson, he supports them fully, and they look pretty big actually compared to the rest of the two-a-days I've seen. But who knows? I mean, you put your Rio Ranchos at 4. I'd say they're pretty high up there actually.
All right, Josh Brown, what do you have to say?
Top 10 looks good, man. Nothing for me.
Okay. You know what? What we got to start doing is getting the ProView top 10 and just compare it to the new Marty Watts top 10. I mean, everyone's going to be looking forward to that. We got to get that, right?
Yeah. And then also, I just didn't see Ciebla in that top 10, Adam. Where are they?
Well, they got a chance to prove it, I think, Alden, on Thursday night here on ProView Sports Network. You'll be watching it, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. I won't just be watching it. I'll be there doing graphics, baby. So,
yeah, you will.
So you already know.
All right. So that's the top 10. We can argue about it. Listen, it's a preseason top 10 poll. What does it mean? Literally nothing. I will say this, though. We're going to find out a lot about week 1 because check this out. Rio Rancho is going to travel and play Centennial at the Field of Dreams. I think it's a really good matchup. And then, you've got Mayfield is going to take, or excuse me, Oñate is going to take on Cleveland. We're going to find out Cleveland, are they the real thing? Because everyone I talk to, including myself watching them, everyone thinks that Cleveland might be the team to beat. La Cueva's got a great defense, maybe some question marks offensively. We're going to find out. Manzano also is traveling up to the Field of Dreams as they take on Las Cruces. So some really, really good games that we're going to find out in week 1 where everyone kind of stands.
Yeah, I'm super interested to see where La Cueva and Cleveland end up. If you guys remember last year in the state semifinal game I directed, Cleveland had the game. They were in the state championship, and then they ran that option play and fumbled it, and La Cueva ended up getting it and scoring and going to the state championship. So I'm expected to see those. I'm just excited to see the journey of those two teams potentially getting back to that game. So
I'm just glad football's back, and not just football, high school sports in general, as we start to cover some volleyball and boys and girls soccer next week. That's what I'm excited about. We've got new things that are bigger and better for you this year, so you're going to love watching all this high school sports here on ProView. As we move along, though, guys, I want to check out a little. Let's go from high school to college. And a local hero here, and I say hero because that's what he was, the 4-time 100-meter state champ, the fastest man in the land, and the player of the year, and the state champ, Jordan Bird. Well, this is some footage from him in a scrimmage with San Diego State, the Aztecs. Look at this.
Bird.
And Jordan, he had a big showing, and he has been extremely impressive so far. They love his speed. He is a running back. He's gotten a little bit more stout. Like, this is great to see. He's going to get some real time as a true freshman.
I also heard his Rio Rancho counterpart had a pretty good game. What's his name? The defensive end.
Yeah, Keyshawn Banks.
Keyshawn Banks. I heard he had a pretty good game as well. That's big time, and I'm excited to watch them play. Hopefully they get some PT this year.
Okay, so there's more to talk about too in the college area. How about our man Zach Gentry? Say maybe one of the best tight ends in the nation, a leader now on this team for Michigan.
Yeah, definitely stepping up as a leader. Definitely coming in as a playmaker. Like you said, he's being predicted as one of the best tight ends in the nation. Hopefully that'll pan out for him. He was supposed to go as a quarterback, so yeah. Let's see.
All right, cut him off. That's enough, Josh Brown, for the day. Listen, Rundown, we're going to be back Wednesday for you, 11 o'clock live here at ProView Sports Network and streaming, of course, on Facebook as well. We'll go over our pick'ems. So Alden Iwanti, the 2-time champ, you're going to want to see what he says as we get ready to start the season. Glad you could join us in the Rundown. I'm Adam Diehl.